Yo, 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 yo. I'm late. Graph chats, baby. Graph chats, graph chats. We live, we live, we live, we live. Let the people jump on. Yo, what it is, Aver, salute, my brother. I see you. Crime Time Society, I see you. The Verrazano Bandit. My sticker niggas, I see you. What it is, Spray Society, I see you. Salute, salute, salutes. Graph chats, baby. Season 3, season 3, season 3. Here we go. Shit alive, shit alive. I'm SR, your host, the vertical, murtical, squirtical, all over your gizzles bit at. You heard? What it is, Hawkeye, I see you. We got big fucking Moody Mutts in the building. You heard the AA General. Graph chats, boy. What it is, reps, I see you. KAC in the building. I see you. Shit alive, shit alive. I gotta put on my theme music.
Graph champ, yeah. Graph champ, graph champ, yeah. Graph champ, graph champs, graph champs, yeah. Graph champs, graph champs. His spray can flow is dope, and his hitting hard as crack. Catching tags, getting up, giving ops, heart attacks. Graph champs, MBK, well known as squatter strap. SR the general, graffiti legend, got a rap. All city king just watching glow up. Ill with the feelings, always catching throw ups. Street bombing, ragging toys, truth be told him murder. SR the general, salute the king vertical. Rap chants, we go live and we blast away. 9 p.m. each and every other Saturday. So pull up and watch him get it in for you. Nothing but kings amongst kings, legit interviews.
My name
champs,
graffiti on the wall, just like my name.
Champs, graph champs,
shit alive.
graph champs, graph champs, graph champs.
Yeah. Salute Dios Diablo, my brother. Graph champs intros, you heard them shits, it's classic. Shit alive, you heard shit alive. We got big Moody Mutts in the building today. NYC stand up, Brooklyn stand up. This is Graph champs. Shit a fucking live, bro. Word, before we start, man, I want to give a shout out to my motherfucking whole Graph champs family. You heard? Niggas that hold me down, niggas that help me keep this shit running. If it wasn't for these niggas, there would be no Graph champs. I'm just the face, man. Salute to my nigga Joe 21. Salute to my nigga Rav MBK. Salute to my nigga Nico MBK. Salute to my nigga Fez MBK. Salute to my nigga Fast. The whole mob, Crow. The whole fucking mob. Yo, salute to all my niggas, man. I love y'all. You heard? Alright, now that we got that out the way, I wanna April 22nd, the Straight 16 motherfucking battle right there on Hancock and Whitecroft poop spot, you heard? Follow Straight 16, you can get the info and shit. It's a straight battle and shit. I'm the host and FB is the host. We're gonna be there as DJ IXL. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a wild time, so y'all niggas come through. And shit, salute Dest, I see you. We got big Moody Mutts in the fucking building, so hold on. Damn, let me get this nigga Mutts and shit. Hold on. Yeah, I just threw you the invite, bro. Graph champs, you heard? Alright, we just waiting for the man to jump on real quick. I send you the invites. I send you the invite, Mutts. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see what's going on. Oh. All right. I send you the invite, Mutts. You gotta accept the invite, Mutts. All right, boom. All right, I'm accepting. Let's see what's going on right now. Let's see what's going on. You should be jumping on right now. Shit alive, everybody. Shit alive. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Good.
Yo, here we go. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Grab chance. We got Big Moody Mutts in the building. Salute, Moo.
What up?
Yo, before anything, I just want to tell you why we got you on Graph Champs. We got you on Graph Champs because just off the top, we just talk about people that impact the culture, people that make change the game, people that I idolize, people that I've seen up, people that are my peers that have fucking made, that are NYC staples basically, and you fit all those criterias. You know what I'm saying? So when and at the end of the shows, I ask who y'all want to see next? Who y'all want to see next on Graph Champs? And people throw names. Your name comes up very frequently, very, very frequently. So we salute you and thank you for blessing Graph Champs. You heard?
Thank you for having me on.
All right, yo, so we start from the beginning in Graph Champs fashion, yo. We want to know what got you into graffiti from the very, very beginning.
I don't know. I do know. I've always been into graffiti since elementary school, just seeing it all. And then, like, going to work with my dad, he used to work in the 5 boroughs every day. So, like, seeing names up over and over again in different boroughs, that always, was a big influence to me. I had, my cousin used to write and stuff like that. So, always into graphs. Always. And I've had the name Mutts since I'm 1 month old. I had that nickname. So when it came to having a name, I went with that, and I asked my boy, how do you spell it? He was like, MUTZ. And I was like, yeah, I like that. I like the Z,
So that was just straight off the nickname that your parents had for you?
Yeah, my father's friend gave it to me. So, my family and, friends, that's what they called me. So I went with that.
That's fire. Because I always wonder where the hell, Mutts and shit. So where did you originate from? Where from growing up?
Well, born and raised in Bensonhurst.
Bensonhurst, Brooklyn, baby. Brooklyn in the house.
Brooklyn.
So I'm from the other side and shit. So Bensonhurst is like a whole different story, like for where I'm from. So like paint a picture. How was it coming up in Bensonhurst when you was first coming up?
Well, Bensonhurst, people didn't come from other neighborhoods really to bomb Bensonhurst like that. So it's like Bensonhurst writers, local writers, and people used to hit on the F line, that's more Gravesend and New York Avenue, but nobody really hit like the heart, just under the train lines. So coming up, I started going hard. I was like probably one of the biggest guys come out of Bensonhurst, Yeah.
Talk your shit, baby. Talk your shit.
Oh yeah. What it is.
So, but wait, because you can't skip because I'm trying to go like from the beginning. So, what age was you started like all right, I'm gonna start writing. I'm trying to write.
Well, like I just thought, I was always into graph, but like probably about 11 years old, I was like, Mutts is gonna be my tag. Started tagging, in the polls, shit like that. Nothing crazy, in the schoolyard, By the time I was in junior high school, I was, people knew who I was. I was a little up in the neighborhood.
And was you like an artist already? Like, was you an artist before graph?
Yeah, I could draw. But once I got into graffiti, it became all about letters.
Did you practice like was like legibility or style important to you when you first started? Did you practice a lot?
Always. That's all I did in school. All I did when I got home, that's all I did. And then once I seen like Videograph and Star Wars and all that, I'd go in my room, throw that on, just start creating,
And how did so Moody was Mutts is your tag, and then how did Moody happen?
Well, a lot of my boys and people used to call me Moo. So I was always like, I don't know, like what really happened is I hot with the Vandal Squad, so I tried to come out with something different. So I started messing around with Moo, M-O-O, but I felt like it needed more, you know. So I run down with Moody. I was like, Moody Moo. Once I said Moody, boom, it was like, I'm going. That's what I went with, Moody. You know, and it fits my personality.
Yeah, you're one of the few writers that have multiple tags that had a lot of ups and notoriety.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that till years later that it was the same. I didn't know. I really didn't know.
Well, I try to keep it, you know. So, you know, I'll try to be anonymous for a while. That was my thing. And then people caught on.
Now you did a good ass fucking job, bro.
Thanks.
So let's. What about throwies? Your throwies.
Well, the throwies is, I don't know, like I used to do throwies like when I first started, but then I got more, you know, as everybody know, I got into the block letters, and I just pretty much rock blocks. You know, the straight letters. Yeah. That was my thing. And then, I don't know, I just started, I always had the throwies. I always had the M's, you know, I always had that M's. I used to do MU throwies, MZ throwies. But I never really put them out on the street like that. You know, a little bit in Bensonhurst, I had some old MU throwies I used to rock, but I always try to stick with the block letters. Because, like, seeing, like, guys like Fib and Job, like, those are, like, some of my biggest influences. Seeing that blocks and how noticeable they were, that's what I was into.
So coming up in Bensonhurst in the beginning, who was like making noise like that like, did anybody inspire you when you was young from your hood, like?
From my hood, not really. Usually more people from out of the hood, but there were like some guys from Big Parkway, like JX. You know, I don't know if you heard of JX before. Used to bomb with Lou, AOW, LUE. So like JX, like CR and Easy, like all these guys from the Big Parkway boys, like they really, you know. But they didn't inspire me as much as like guys like that were, you know, like the TMR guys and like I said, Fib and Jazz, and I remember like Duel even. You know, I like the highway shit because you know.
Yeah, I was gonna get
to me.
I was gonna get into that because that's you was ringing highways with Bar, another person named Bar. I don't know, you know, what's the story behind Bar? What happened to Bar?
Oh no, we kind of like went our separate ways, but you know, I did all those Bar block letters. All those bars were done by me. Unless you seen something that was pretty much whack. That was him, but I did all of them, you know, the Mutts bars.
I remember seeing those shits on like the concrete dividers on the highway and shit like that, and some of them they even used to move from place to place because they used them for this and that. That was a very dope strategic graffiti move right there, bro.
Yeah.
And you was one of the first. Oh, you was one of the, not one of the first, but one of the like, dopest though. Like you had like always shit was nice. Your shit was always nice, dope colors. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Dust. Shit was always crispy. And that's like my art line. You know what I'm saying? Because I have to be nice and precise. But your street shit was just so precise and beautiful, bro.
Thank you.
Did that was that like a thing? Like, you know what, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make my shit look fire?
Yeah, you know, I like to be legible. I like it to look good. You know, I'm very OCD with my work. So.
All right, because you know there's some writers that they don't give a fuck. They go fast and they don't even care how this shit comes out.
Yeah,
sometimes it comes out fucked up. Sometimes it's good.
Yeah, in the beginning, the shit used to come fucked up until, you know, I learned how to. So I got cam control, you know.
So is how did AA come along?
Okay, so my uncle, well, he's my uncle through marriage, but you know, he's been in the family for, you know, whatever, 35, 40 years. He's been around, you know. And he was from the Bronx. He grew up in Scene's neighborhood. He's actually in Star Wars, my uncle. He's the guy, you know, when Scene comes down the stairs off the elevated tracks, and the guy got the ladder, the other guy's carrying the box. That's my in the box. Yeah,
Wow.
so my uncle wrote Cell, C-E-L. Yeah, my uncle wrote Cell, C-E-L. And, you know, so I was probably in my, maybe about 15, 16. No, it was actually 91 when he gave me the crew. He goes, you know, I had a crew, AA, you can have it. Associated artist. I was like, okay, I was like, so that was 91, he handed me down my crew. But he started the crew in 79, 80, he had told me. And, you know, it's
Wow.
a direct influence from UA, United Artists, Associated Artists, and also from, like, the cartoons like Bugs Bunny and shit. They were made by Associated Artists. So that's where my
Oh,
uncle got,
word.
that's where my uncle got AA from. But, you know, I changed it around it over the years, you know, different, to mean different things. Pretty much I go with now, aerosol addicts. But there's a lot of different meanings for AA.
So who were like the core members of AA?
Well, you got, you know, my vice presidents, Tress and DR. You know, then we got captains. We got Fade, the captain of AA. And then we got, you know, there's a bunch of other dudes down, you know, my boy T.O., my boy CT. But back then, yeah, I always kept my crew tight, like a tight crew. You know, I didn't meet somebody, yo, rock my crew, you know. You know, Dover, you know, I was rocking with Dover back in like 92. So, you know, Dover was down in the early days. GNS, who else? You know, there's a lot of other dudes, you know, more like my friends that were more local, you know, they were my boys, you know, they would just get up with me and stuff like that. But not a lot, like, you know, but kept it tight.
Do you remember? Do you remember like the first time you like smashed a whole bomb, fillings all night and shit? The first time.
First time. Well, like going all night. I don't know. Like at first, I would just like do a rooftop, you know, one thing, two things a night. We would go out and rock, you know. But then, like going out all night, probably wasn't until like '96, honestly. Like
So
yeah. Like
so
I
coming
remember,
out
I tell
coming
you
through
like
the
one night, for instance, you know, there were other nights before that, but like the one night, and I know you know these spots, you know, like boom, I took the Bell Parkway, got up Pennsylvania Avenue, and boom, I rocked the White Castle parking lot. I know you
yeah.
remember.
Oh, that's a yo son. That shit rocked for mad long
Yeah,
too, son.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
I used to love that shit, son, too. Seeing that spot because you know that a lot of people don't even go through there. Niggas be shook.
yeah. And then we took that up. We did another spot on like Atlantic and right off Atlantic and Pennsylvania. Then we went up to Bushwick Avenue. And this is me and Bar. And then we did that other spot that dropped out with the Scarecrow, the Mutts TikTok, and the Bar, which ran for a while too. We did a bunch of spots on Bushwick Avenue. Then we went up Atlantic Avenue that night, all the way across, and then we went to the LIEE yard, the LIER yard, I'm sorry, over there. And it wasn't fenced off back then or none. So we walked right in, we start hitting the trains. Next thing you know, we see fucking headlights come on. And we start running, you know. We got bagged that night. But that was a whole night of bombing. But 96, we had a lot of full nights like that. You know, with 96, there was all those thunderstorms. Oh, not thunderstorms, the snowstorms.
Yup.
We had like 4 blizzards in a row like that winter. So.
Yup, I remember that shit. Niggas was rocking high spots because of the mountains, the snow
They were
mountains
everywhere,
and
those
shit.
mountains. Yeah. And they were good because they were camouflage also.
Yeah, so yo, that was a great year, bro. That was a good point. The snow fucking storms.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, we were going wild in that snow.
Yo, so all right, so the early 90s, bro. Coming up in the early 90s is kind of hard because a lot of great, especially from around your area, because you have like Dune and guys like this, bro, like that they're monumental in the game. You know what I'm saying?
And speaking of Dune, you know, that's where like my M's kind of didn't come from Dune exactly, but like doing the face inside the M came from Dune. You know, I had the tongue. I used to do the straight line for eyes like he did, and the long tongue coming out. I got that from Dune. So that's how I started doing the
Wow.
face inside the M throwaways.
Wow. So, but you know Dune though? Do you know Dune?
I met him a couple times, but I didn't know him like back then. I met him maybe a few years back at a show or two, but I didn't know him back then.
Wow. Same shit with me. I just met him like, a few years ago and shit. Like that he was one of them guys too, bro.
Yeah,
He had the line smashed.
big influence. Definitely a big influence on him. Hard to remember
Who else did you
everybody,
see?
but he was definitely a big influence.
Who else did you see smashing the line? Smashing the line.
Back then on the lines, I can't even remember, honestly. I'm really burnt out. We had Casio.
Ooh, yes.
Who else did we have? We had Casio. You had, I don't know, there's so many dudes. This is hard for me to keep up. You had my boy Louis Jens, JKS, JENZ. He had a lot of shit on Smash. IE had a lot of shit on Smash. You know?
Ooh, IE, yup, another classic.
Yeah. There were a lot. It's hard to remember, you know. You had Tez, and Dusk, and those guys.
Ooh, rest in peace, Tez.
Yeah, Hart and Spade. They had a lot of rooftop on the F line, some real classic rooftop.
Ooh, did you ever know Hart and Spade?
I never knew them. Nah.
Me neither, yo. That's some classic shit. Hart and Spade right there. Woohoo.
Yeah.
Son, I love Graph, son. And what about just me personally? I met a lot of good people through Graph and a lot of faggot motherfuckers too. A lot of bitch ass niggas too. But I met a lot of good people through Graph, bro. Graph is like, it opens a lot of doors to people and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely also Nairo and Dart. They had a lot of stuff. Nairo and Dart. Date, my boy Date RTB. Yeah. People throwing out names off there, so it's like, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're helping us out.
Yeah.
Date is another one. I always love Date's handwriting. So nice. Bang.
Yeah. I started painting with Date like 94. We were doing pieces and stuff. Me, DR, Date, Neek. Used to shit with Neek. So
Who is your favorite partner?
my favorite partner, I don't know, I guess DR and Trust. I had another partner that used to be my favorite, but we don't talk no more, so I'm not gonna mention him.
All right. Fuck you. So coming up in the 90s, could you tell me who all right, I'm gonna just start picking your graffiti brain. Here we go, Mutts. Who's your top 10 favorite fucking writers, or give me some of your favorite, just your favorites. It don't have to be for no reason. Just who's your fucking favorite?
Yeah. Well, like I said, Feb, Jaws, Scene. I was always a big fan of Scene, UA Crew. Not that I really see much of his graph up, you know, like that,
But Scene and Reese were the first two graph writers that I fell in love with, pause, because of the spray can art book and the subway art book when I was a little kid. So I give it to them just for that and shit.
Yeah. Who else was there? Should have thought of this before. I should have made a list.
What about throwies? Who you think got the dopest throwies?
Well, like I said, I used to like Dune's throwies. I used to like Stacks. I used to like his S's, the overlap swirled that S. That shit was dope.
Classic YO, baby.
Stacks YO. Yeah, I liked his shit. Who else did I like? Damn, so many out there though. Oh, of course, Trap, TK.
Trap is that nigga.
Big influences to me as a kid, so you know, Trap. Fib had cool throwies too, but also like, I'm so fucking brown.
Yo, Fib and Trap is like two of my favorite combination niggas ever. Like those dudes right there are like really crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever met Fib?
Nah, I met Trap once, but never Fib.
Yo, I met Fib one time, bro, and I was happy, bro. The nigga was doing a fill, and I was like, oh shit, that's you? Gave him the pound, he just kept rocking and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's fucking Fib, bro. Crazy, son.
Right, yeah.
I wish that nigga is one of those niggas, bro. That nigga's one of those niggas. What about your fucking what? So all right. So now it's 96. You're killing shit. Boom. So what's going on in 96? Who's killing shit in 96?
Oh, well, you had definitely MTA crew. They were killing.
That's right, baby.
Hard. VE and VE was still alive. They were killing shit hard. I'd say from like 94 to 96, they were going hard. And those are the years I was going pretty hard too. So I always felt they were like competition. So
yo, there was a lot going on in the 90s, bro. A lot of writers was just killing shit, bro.
Who else? In 96, I remember that dude Eazy-E was fucking. He was bombing hard. Eazy-E.
Wow.
And who did he bomb with? I forgot. But I remember every time I went to go hit a spot, he had it. So.
I remember the dude ERE also back in the 90s. Remember him?
Yeah.
And just.
Oh, definitely just, yeah. But no, but 96, this was done by then. He was like 89, 90, like 88, 89, 90, maybe 91, and then he kind of faded away. Then you had Mist OAM, do the M's.
Yeah, so Mist MI. I used to like MI shit too. Boom.
Yeah.
What do you think was better, the late 80s to the early 90s, or the whole like mid 90s to the late 90s?
Well, definitely I like the late 80s, definitely, because I started to go like hitting rooftops about 89. I was hitting rooftops, so I had
Did you ever take pictures of any of your shit back then?
I really have very few photos. I think I have like one photo from 89 and my sister took it. But besides that, I didn't start taking photos till 92. And Dover, the one that got me into taking photos.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And then from then on, I carried a camera with me all the time.
Damn, do you still have like
pictures? Yeah, I have a bunch of albums.
Nice. I love old school photo albums. That's something that's missing from Graph, bro. Because once niggas' collections is gone. Now it's just like internet pictures and shit, you know?
Yeah. But I got a nice collection of photos.
Nice, bro. That's something that I never fucking did, take pictures of nothing. So anything that's up from the 90s, it's because someone else took a picture of it, not me.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So what happened? So now the 90s is going on, you're bombing. So how did you slow down?
Well, I really didn't slow down that much, honestly. But I know in 96 I got bagged twice. I got bagged doing the Long Island Railroad, the yard, and then I got bagged like 3 weeks later on the end line. Me and Tress were doing rollers. Yeah, we were doing roller blocks on the end line, and I don't know, if I recall correctly, somebody was like throwing rocks at us from like the ledges above. Then all of a sudden from the Avenue, we were between Avenue U and Kings Highway. From the Avenue U station, we see some guy jump on the tracks, and the dude had like the goose, but like the trench goose jackets. Remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it like from the far. You can see it, because the light from the station. So I thought it was a writer, so I was like chilling for a minute. But then the flashlight went on. And I look at Trevor. I'm like, yo, let's go. So we start running. We run to Kings Highway. Run through the whole station. I come out the station and I turn around. I was like, where's that Tress? Then I was gone. I was ready to build it, hiding, but I was like, fuck. Where's Tress? So I come out, and as soon as I come out, I see Tress. And at the same time, I see like cop cars, woo, undercovers. I'm like, fuck. So I was walking this way, just so like not to make it hot, I just kept walking straight. And as soon as they grabbed me, the cops. So yeah, I should have never left that building. I should have just stayed in the building. Yeah. So I got back twice, so I like slowed down a little on the streets. You know, we're doing more like you know, low key spots. You know, peace a lot. But you know,
so now, because now the art, how you start breaking into the art more.
Nah, I didn't get into the art probably 2 years later. You know, after 2000, probably with that. Maybe like 99, 2000.
Oh yeah, that early and shit. Cause I didn't even know about fucking art shows and nothing like that. So like fucking 2012 or some shit.
Yeah. Well, it was when I hooked up with Fade. And Fade was the first time I met Fade was at an art show, and I think that was the end of 98 or 99. It was definitely 99. I think it may have been like 98 though, but probably 99. And it was a army base in Staten Island. He had a show. Like Sims was there, set up. A bunch of dudes were there. Sims rest in peace. And that's how I met Fade. And then Fade was always doing art shows. Always doing these shows, and we were always doing shows after that. Little shows. And then maybe 2003, I started really getting into the art. But my first canvases I did were 99. You know,
Word, nice.
Yeah. I went to DG's house and I saw what he had going on in there. And
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, DG. And I was like, yeah, he influenced me definitely. Him and Giz had some nice shit up in there, nice artwork. And Giz was there that night. Hush was there that night. Me, Fade. I don't remember who else. Maybe a couple other guys.
Yeah, Fade. He got the art installment, the live shows and shit.
Yeah, he's doing one right now. He's doing one, actually.
That's another guy that's super talented.
I don't know. It's gonna be a little late, so I don't know.
Yeah, he's super talented, bro.
Yeah, he is. Definitely.
And he got up a lot too. He represented that AA hard body.
Definitely.
That's a fact, bro. So now talk about the art. Could people get canvases and shit like that from you and all that?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I took my website down because I'm redoing it. I'm getting all new merch made up, and you know, so it's been down for about 6 months now. But once I get it, anybody wants anything, they can DM me. You know, hit me up on IG.
What about pins? You got pins?
I do. I got the sticker pins that are kind of like, like that, but the single, the single looks like that, not the kaleidoscope style.
Mm-hmm.
I got those pins, like the M throwing pins I ran out of. But I got some pins.
You gotta redo the M
throwies. I know. I was talking about it today. I gotta do them. I just sold my last one recently. Actually, my girl took my last one. So.
See, the last ones is hard to get rid of, bro. You're like, damn, I need to hold this.
No, I got one of each myself of all my pins, for sure. But I'm not,
I need one for my collection, bro.
You.
For sure. You gotta redo them shits.
Yeah.
So what about the graph today? Do you look at the graph writers today?
Oh, definitely. I love graph.
Do you like anything you see? Do you see anybody out there? Could you name anybody that's like, doing the do?
Yeah, there's a bunch of dudes, and there's a lot of crap out there, but there's a lot of good dudes. I'm gonna have to say Ansel, because that dude, kills shit. I went to Puerto Rico. I went from all the way east to all the way west. He had everything.
The whole entire Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I didn't go to the south of the island, but north, from east to west, he had shit everywhere.
That's crazy, because I was just telling my boy Rav the other day that I was driving around from work and shit, so I was like in Long Island through Mad Jersey, and all I saw was fucking Ansel and Goo.
Yeah.
And I was bugging like, damn, son.
But there's a lot of good writers out there. You know, South. I like his stuff. He's a good dude. I never met Anthony,
South.
but I met South a bunch of times. He's a good dude. His respect. So, uh, who else is out? Who else is out there hard? There's a lot of dudes. You know. Uh, uh, you know, the whole LNE crew, they're bombing hard.
Yep.
What other crews? You know, you got well, I've been seeing that dude Quasar been doing some sick spots recently. Crazy.
Yo, and it's not like it's just one. All of a sudden, you just come out and there's like one here and one there. You're like, holy shit! I just noticed that shit like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, Quasar on the side of the building, shits. See, my man is like, yeah.
Yeah. Who else is there? There's you know, it's hard to think at the moment, but a lot of different.
Do you think a lot of writers these days be taking it like way to the next level, maximum? Do you be seeing the spots niggas be doing?
Yeah, yeah, and people going harder than like we went. Like they just like, you know, me. I was more about rocking the spot, like a spot, than rocking like the whole avenue or something like that. The dudes going in hard these days. You know, you got you know, like fucking Roach and Draft and those dudes going in hard, and Sammy and those guys. Man, it's hard for me to think right now.
What about the highways? What attracted you to the highways?
Because everything on the highway was big, number one. You know, nice big straight letters. You know, like the TMR guys, like I said, Fib. The Prospect Expressway, that was a dope highway back in the day. You had like Tame, T-A-I-M. You had Tame, T-A-I-M. You had T-A-M-E also, Tame. So like, then they had Dude One and Tez and Dart and Nairo. They all had like that on Smash. But like the Belt Parkway, you know, like when I first started to come out, I was hitting the Belt Parkway. That was my, they had just buffed it. So once they buffed it, I took all those spots. Boom, 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 boom. Like from Bay Ridge to, you know, through Benton Harrison to Coney Island. Yeah, I took all those spots. Every underpass. I had a hit, you know, and they ran for years. And that was like 91, 92. I did all those spots.
So do you like hitting the highways better than the streets?
Well, back then I did. That was my, you know, because I felt like everybody had to take the highway to go see their grandmother or their aunt and stuff like that when they went traveling. So
that's fine.
Yeah, I remember like even Sems told me he was, you know, he was from Staten Island, but his grandma's parents lived in Canarsie. So he was like, every time I took the Bell Parkway, I seen your shit. So that always, you know, that's what I saw. Like going to work with my dad. I started going to work with my dad at 8 years old. And we, you know, what we did, we boarded up, you know, after the buildings went on fire, we boarded up the buildings. You know, put the wood on the windows, locked the doors, covered the roofs. So we were in the Bronx, East New York, every borough. We were doing 5 boroughs a day. So I was seeing that from when I was like 8 years old. And then to see the same people like up in different boroughs from Brooklyn to the Bronx, like how, you know, that really like got me into wanting to do highways and it got me into wanting to bomb in general. You know, JA, even back then.
That's a fact. That's a fact. So that's a good, unique, because you got to see what was going around all the fucking boroughs. You got to see what was going on. So you had a real good fucking perspective.
Yeah, yeah. From like the early 80s, you know, like 82, 83, like I was seeing this stuff. I seen what the Bronx looked like, what East New York looked like, the empty lots, all that, you know. I seen all that.
I don't think a lot of niggas today would not survive the era that we came up in.
So I knew these areas. Going to work with my dad, I knew these areas. So like, when you know, when I started farming like out the neighborhood, you know, I had all these spots already pinned out on my brain. You know, I didn't even know the map or anything. You know, I knew all these spots already. I knew all these areas, like nothing. You know, going to work with my dad, he taught me how to read the map too. Early in the day, you know, he's like, "Yo, get me over here." Look it up in the map. how I learned.
Ooh.
That's all that, you know, people don't real, you know, don't really know
Oh, these niggas don't know. There's no Google Maps.
that.
You was the map.
Yeah, yeah. DR always said that. DR was always, you know, always said that about me.
Yo, that's crazy because we were talking about that not even so long ago. Like, yo, remember before all of this shit, niggas had the map. Niggas had the maps in the fucking in the glove compartment and the books, the atlas. Just pull out. Niggas be like this. These kids don't know shit about that.
No.
And niggas still get lost with the GPS. Yo, tell me a crazy bombing story, Mutts. Tell me a crazy bombing story.
Ah, shit, man. Crazy bombing story. I don't know. Well, I remember me and Baby 168. We went to Miami. I think it had to be maybe 2006, maybe. No, actually, it was 2005. We went to Miami. We drove all the way down there, and we met up with this kid, Chris, 2DX, CRIS, 2DX crew, and he brought us to this this rooftop in Miami, like off one of the lines over there, and like you had to get to, like the kid Chris, he just like jumped from one roof to another. It was like a space, you know. And I was like, I ain't doing that shit. So I looked down, I seen like a wood plank, you know. So I was like, yo, we're climbing down. I got the wood plank. I put him across. Yo, fucking Baby like walked across it, and I was like, fuck. I'm still like nervous, so I like crawled across the plank. We rocked these big block. I mean, big. I did a big TikTok with the blood drips coming down, you know, and like the whole time there's a helicopter like circling the area, you know. That was a good story. And then on the way back, when we were coming back driving back to New York from Miami, we stopped in Virginia. And we went to go to the spot on the train line. And there's like, also the freights ran over there. So me and Baby were rocking, and this freight train came, and it came so fast. And yeah, I honestly shit my pants. I ran up the hill. I was like, yo, and Baby too. I was like, yo, Baby, I know you've been around trains a lot. I was like, is this shit scary? He's like, yo, the train was moving so fast. Like, I thought something was going to happen to us. So I just ran up the hill to the train, you know, till the freight came up, you know, was finished coming by, and we finished rocking our shit. I have a lot of crazy stories, but I'm burnt out. You know, usually I need PR or trust somebody to like.
Yeah, I feel you, but that's dope. Baby 168, he's a fucking goat, bro. He's one of them niggas too.
He taught me a lot, that guy, like with the art. Like he taught me a lot of tricks, a lot of different things. He put me on, Baby, like to a lot of shit.
That nigga's really dope, bro. We fuck with CS and all of them niggas too.
Yeah, it's my boy CS. That's how I met Baby. I met Baby from CS.
Yeah, those niggas is like, they used to put it in.
Yeah. They came, you know, when they came back out, they came out hard. That was like, what, 2004, I think. You know, Baby's from the 70s, Baby, you know? He's no youngin'. You know, Baby told me a story about, like, you know, when that Baby car comes off in Star Wars, with This Is It, you know, that first Baby 168 burner. Like, they all went out that night to paint that car. Like, 10 of them or something. It was kind of like a battle, you know? And then Baby was supposed to be in Star Wars, but he never woke up the next day. He said he had his outfit out and everything ready. And, you know,
damn,
he never made it. He should have been, he was supposed to be in that part, you know, when they're on the tracks. This is it. You know, that made a lot of people's careers, that movie. So,
damn, son.
Yeah, he's like, I had my Dickies ready and everything. Baby's a good dude, though.
Damn, he's still a goat, though. He's one of them niggas.
No, for sure.
Word. So fucking so let me see. What would you say to like the young writers these days? Do you have any, like, because there's a lot of trash out there, niggas be going over like you know, old school shit that, you know, niggas like me and you would not go over. Well, you know, what do you think about all that shit?
I was a knucklehead back in the day when I was young. I'd go over some shit. But But
So were you was one of them? So you was one of them dudes that was like, nah, nigga, I want this spot, and if it was like a nondescript rider, you would go over it.
yeah, pretty much. You know, and if there was like the littlest line through somebody or a little tag, I'm like, yo, I'm taking that spot. Yeah. But you know, now I would fix it for them. You know, a lot of these dudes, you know, because they deserve that respect.
Was there ever a point in time where you, like when you first started, where you felt like you started getting the respect or the notoriety, or you know what I'm saying, or the feedback, I should say?
I'd say about 96. You know, I went to a couple of shows and people like, you know, giving me my props. So I'd say about then.
Did you ever feel like, because you know this shit is worldwide now, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas is making money all over, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure you made, you know, what you can off of art. Did you ever think it was gonna be that way? Like,
not when I was real young, but you know, when I started coming up, you know, starting to go to art shows, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, you know, I work with one main gallery right now. You know, they do a lot for me. Woodwork Gallery, they do a lot. Look at my people, so they look out for me. They saw my.
So then you're gonna have shows, like more shows coming up and shit.
I haven't been creating that much the past year or so. Like I had a studio, and then like maybe a little over a year ago, there was a fire, the floor below me, so I had to move out of there. So since then, I really haven't been creating much art, you know. You know, I have a little setup in my bedroom. I have my basement, my backyard, but you know, I'm in my bedroom right now. You know, I have this little setup behind me. I cleaned it up though, you know. But this is my little area, you know. Yeah, I cleaned it up a little bit. I haven't been creating like I should. I haven't, you know, 'cause I created a lot of art over the years, but like the last year, I really slowed up.
Yeah, those M's are just so dope. I don't know which who do you like better, Mutz or Moody?
I like Mutts. A lot of the OGs, you know, like even Laugh is like, I like your Mutts shit. So, you know, that's the OG. You know, Moody is more my artist name, like more of my merchandise is Moody. You know, so you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Then I became Moody Mutts. You know, I was always Master Mutts. Like from back in the day, like even like around my boys or whatever, I'd be like, say master, you know, so they, you know, put in some sort of yo call until they gave. But so I was Master Mutts, and then like back to Moo, when I was writing Moo, I was like, I need something more than Moo, you know. So that's when I came up with Moody Moo. So it was Moody Moo at first. It just became Moody. But I started writing Moody probably about 2003, because the Vandal Squad was coming to my mom's crib all the time, harassing me. And then once they found out I was Moody, I was just, oh my God, they didn't stop. I mean, they did not stop coming to this crib. Like, it was fucking annoying. Yeah, it was annoying. Like, my boys, I hit the layup on the end line. So I get, you know, I come home, my cousin's like, yo, so the cops were here a little while ago. I'm like, for what? He's like, I don't know. They were saying something, this and that. So they gave me, so I actually called them. I'm like, yo, what's up? You know, because they gave my cousin the card. I'm like, yo, what's up? They're like, you know, your boys, they hit the layup, blah, 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 blah. You're going to have to, like, telling me I got a rat on them, you know? I'm like, first of all, you know they're my boys. And you know I'm not a rat. You know what I mean? So they were like, so since you're not going to cooperate, we're going to have to lock you up for that tag in the Avenue U station. Like, I didn't do it. So like, it's your style. I was like, I didn't do it, you know? So, yeah.
And niggas don't even know there was a Vandal Squad station right over there on the F line somewhere.
Yeah, in Coney Island, right under the L. Like, in the Coney Island station, there's one. But when they were fixing it up, they had moved to, like, a couple blocks away. They had, like, a trailer. for a while. But they're in the Coney Island station. I've been there. I know. Yeah.
Word. And through the years, a lot of people, the F line, you know, people did who. Where was your favorite spot that you ever hit, like that you got the most notoriety for?
Well, definitely, I don't know. I think the Belt Parkway, because those spots ran for like at least 10 years. Those Belt Parkway spots. But then also, I don't know. We had that Williamsburg Bridge spot for a while. That build over there, that building, and we were rocking that. So that was a good spot. But I don't know. That White Castle parking lot, you know, that was a fucking classic for a long time. And that Bushwick Avenue spot where it was the VEVEV, I think there were 4 VEs, and then it was the Mutts bar at the end. So that spot was a great spot too. Those are probably some of my favorite spots.
Do you got pictures of those spots, like original pictures?
I do. I have hard copies.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, then Stuck had a beautiful photo of that spot. But I think the bar was dissed already, maybe. Well, maybe not. I don't know. No, maybe not. But I wasn't taking a lot of photos of the shit I was doing on the street for some reason. I was like, it's the same thing over and over, you know? So I didn't take a lot of photos of my street stuff, you know? If I was doing pieces or like some style blocks, I would take photos of it. But I still got a lot of photos, a lot.
What you like doing better, pieces or bombing?
Oh, definitely bombing. You know, pieces are like, I get tired of them after a while. You know, some I didn't even finish. Like, I'm like, you know, I'll come back tomorrow and never even go finish it or whatever. But I used to like rocking like the freights. You know, I did a lot of freights back in 2000, you know, the early 2000s, especially 2000. You know, we were rocking freights hard. And, you know, I was doing like some nice style, you know, simple pieces, style blocks, stuff like that. I enjoy doing that, but like a permission piece, that's definitely not what I'm into. You know, it's all right because you know you get to rock something really nice, and you know, like I did a nice piece of Freeman Alley this summer, like this past summer. You know, I did a real hard burner. You know, I actually impressed myself with it, but I don't have that.
Nice.
I don't have that can control like I used to. You know, because I've been, you know, the last 10 years, you know, I barely paint like that.
Yeah, that's the same shit happened with me with piecing. Like you know, I'm an artist, so I was doing that shit from the beginning since I was young. So to me, it was like always, I could do that anytime. I want to do this, which is hit streets.
Yeah, I always did pieces though. You know, always like in the dead spots, the end line. My first piece I did in '92 on the end line, and then my next one I did in the Kent Avenue factories. Over there, like North 7th over there. Yep. That's when me and Dover, that's when I first started taking photos. Dover was like, yo, come on, I want to take some photos of this dual handball court. So we go, I don't even remember where it was. Maybe somewhere around Bushwick or something. I don't know. Around Williamsburg, somewhere around over there. And it was a bad doula. I got a photo of it. I never see the photo online ever, but I got the photo of it. A bad doula. From Dual MCI, and some dude's like, you like graffiti? He's like, walk 10 blocks this way and then walk that way, make a right and walk that way till you hit the water, till you can't go no more. And I brought him to the Kent Avenue factory, and I went in there. That shit was like burning. People, you know, like that shit was something new to me. So about a week later, maybe not even. A few days later, me and Dover went back. Boom, we rocked the piece, you know. And I was going back there all the time. Go back there, Neek there, Dave, a lot of people. I like that spot. It was a good spot. You know, Lady Pink, Hush, they had a lot of stuff there. Then the guys from like Sports Crew, he also came up with Sports Factory as well. It was Gaze and
Hush.
They had a lot of people there. Hush, Disney, Sane, Smith. A lot of old shit in there. So I got all those photos. I got photos of that whole factory. That whole, you know, it was multiple blocks. Yeah. And I met a lot of people up in there, painting up in there. Got off in a video up in there, a music video.
Ooh, you came off in that same video. Was it a rock and roll video where niggas just had the guitars in front of
No,
the...
no. It was some rap video, but it was nothing like, I don't even remember what it was. It was nothing crazy. But that was like my
Yeah, my man Rav. My man Rav came off in a video over there too, with some rock video and those. We used to have the graffiti meetings there in those factories right there. DTF, KED, MBK, back in the day. WTO, rest in peace, ASP. You know, niggas used to go there, have the 3-punch fight, shit like that, to be down, shit like that. It was
a lot of Devil War shit been up in there.
yeah,
All that stuff.
yeah,
there was some crazy stuff in there. There was some crazy things in there.
That's funny, right? See, yeah, my man is here. He experienced that shit with us too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those factories. Now that shit is all nice with fucking
the
clubs.
They have those buildings called the Edge over there.
Yeah,
they got the ferry over there now. All those parks. So that's what they do. Smorgasburg also.
So who's the illest, your favorite writer? Who's the man? Who's the fucking man? Who's the top dude ever?
My favorite ever is Jaws.
Rest in peace, Jaws, bro. You know,
I try to bite that Z. I could never do it when I was younger. You know, as I got old, I could do it, but when I was younger, no. If you look at my old shit, like from like early '90s, you'd be like, okay, I see it, but I could never get it right.
Jaws, bro. His throwy, just his straight letter throwy was like ahead of its time, bro.
And they were everywhere. Everywhere.
Yeah, I remember he did a Jaws 1, like right on my train station, Jaws 1 throwy, and it was fucking beautiful, bro.
Yeah. He's my favorite ever, all time.
I thought Easy Jaws and Josh 5 were from my hood because they were in every major avenue, every single gate, all in every surrounding area throughout my hood too.
Yeah, but they were everywhere, so they were everywhere. You know? Yeah.
Jaws, that's all right. So to give me a top 3 then. You got Jaws, who else?
Jaws, Fib.
Ooh.
Yeah. Fib and I don't know, I'd say maybe Saint.
Ooh, Saint TMR, niggas better respect Saint.
Yeah.
Yo, Saint is like an unsung superhero, bro.
Also, Jess was, I like Jess, TBT.
Jess and Ness, yo. What? Jess.
And Ness, yes. And I met Ness. I met Ness like 2 years ago. Actually, I met Jess back in probably A-Life store. And he gave me a lot of props. You know, that meant a lot to me. I was like, wow. You know, Jess gave me a lot of props. And then I met Ness at Over's when Over had that thing in the...
Yeah, I had him in the spot.
I met Ness, and then he gave me like super props. You know, I was like, wow, you know, so...
Salute to Ness. Yo, those dudes were nice with it too. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What about the Bronx? Did you like any Bronx writers? What about, because it's always a debate, Brooklyn and Bronx on Graph Champs. I interviewed a lot of Bronx niggas, and I be trying to find, you know, a lot of Brooklyn niggas is snobby, yo. We're high class.
Tyke, you know, I always like this shit. Louis, definitely Louis. Who else rolled with them? Rule,
yes.
Per, when you heard the REs.
Rest in peace, Per.
Rest in peace, Per. Well, Copo always had ups, you know. Copo always cool shit, you know. All city, definitely. But no, there were a lot of guys, you know. They had a lot of decent guys. You know, I remember seeing all the pieces on all the corners out there. You know, a lot of guys, you know. But the Bronx, I give a lot of respect to Bronx guys.
What about who's your top 3 favorite Brooklyn writers?
Brooklyn,
Because you said Fib, he's from Brooklyn. He's a beautiful representative of Brooklyn.
Yeah, no, definitely. He was a big influence on me doing block letters. You know, like I said, so was Jaws. But back then, you know, TK's from Brooklyn. I'm right, TK.
Right.
He
God.
had so much ups like that dude. Like you know,
Incredible.
Before I started doing anything, you know, I was doing stuff, but not, you know, just little bullshit in the neighborhood. But yeah, definitely Tabe in the Bronx too, for sure.
Of course, Tabe. Tabe is the salute.
You know,
Big
there's a
Tabe.
lot of people. It's just hard, you know, to come off my head straight like that quick, you know. But my top Brooklyn writers, definitely Dune, you know, because he was an influence on me.
Yes.
Ted, you know, he was my age. That kid had shit on lock. Rest in peace.
Lock. Yes.
Yeah. And then you had like Daz, TVP crew, Daz, and who else did he paint with? There were a lot of dudes, you know, that influenced me. But my top three, I'm going to Dune, Fib. I'm going to give it Dot. Dot, man, he always like Dot shit.
Dart.
Yeah.
Nairo and Dart too, bro. Those dudes right there. They don't get the props they deserve, bro.
Yeah, then we had Destiny Crew right over here, you know. Nike, Taze, DB. You know.
Nice.
And you know, in the early 90s, I was rolling with staff crew like Tessa, Alert, you know, my boy ME, Ben. That was like my first crew. 7 Up was like the first crew I was down with. It was like a, you know, pensioners crew. But then they linked with staff crew, and I started rolling with them, doing some pieces. Yeah, so.
What about trains? When you was young, riding the trains, did
Nah,
you didn't remember none of
I
that?
never really rode the trains. Not.
Because you was with your pops riding around everywhere.
Yeah, you know, like very few times I was on the train as a kid. That's why the highways were such a big influence to me.
That's why, yup. You was never on the train. You was on the highway. Like, I'm gonna hit that when
Yeah, and I didn't have no
so when you was
like right by my house. You know, you had the B line, which is not a D line, and the F line. You know, and I would drive by them, you know, see the trains, you know, but that time they were pretty much a mess. They looked like a mess to me, you know.
So, but when you was driving with your pops around and shit, and you was seeing niggas up on the highways, what you was saying to yourself, like, I'm gonna hit this shit one day, like I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah. You know, I you know, as I got a little older and I started writing, I would like be in the van with my dad, and I'd be writing in like the corners, like the intersections down. I'm like, I'm gonna do that spot. I had like a whole list of spots that I wanted to do, and that brought me back to like East New York and Bushwick, like doing all those spots. Wanted to do them. Yeah, like I had those spots. You know, nobody really had those spots either. They were clean spots. I don't know how nobody ever hit them. Like that White Castle, like spot. I don't know how nobody hit that.
You know why? Because you're not from the hood syndrome. You're not from that hood syndrome. So there's mad spots in Bushwick in my own hood that I never hit because it's so hot. But then the next nigga comes and does fucking back-to-back fillings, and I just be like, how the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, you remember that spot right there on Pennsylvania Avenue, the fucking drive through a fucking White Castle where he had the fucking Mutts shit for mad years? That was a classic spot, my nigga. We used to come off the belt and go to that fucking White Castle, my nigga. That's fair. Yo, we salute that shit, my nigga, for real. Like, you had spots. You can go to the beach, on the highways, all of that shit, my nigga. Like, I remember that shit.
Word.
So you gotta do another run, my nigga. What's up?
Yeah, I would like to.
Yo, it's different now, son. They got the paint where you could just fill that shit in 2 seconds, nigga.
Yeah, I used to paint fast back in the day. Now it's like a mess. Slow. You got to be perfect. I'm coming back, cutting it up. It's a problem. I'll come back the next day. The next week. I'll add a double outline on it. I'll cut it up. Add some splats. Yeah, so it's not. I have a problem. It has to be.
Imagine having the paint that there is now and all the different types of caps to do. Imagine we had that shit back then.
Yeah,
we would be even more advanced with the piecing and all of that.
Yeah, because, we had to find our own caps. We had to go boost our own caps back then, spray and wash, and all those kitchen magic. And,
what about racking? Did you rack your paint?
I racked a little, but then I had a bunch of schemes. Like when Pergamon opened, I went in and I robbed what's that? Fuck. When you return shit, the return slips. I robbed the book of return slips, and I would go on the typewriter and I go there with the return slip for like $300, and I was getting mad paint like that for years, for a minute. Yeah. The credit slip. Yeah, true story. Yeah. So I was doing that.
What was your favorite color scheme for fill-ins?
Well, when American Accents came out, I was rocking the Summer Squash and Colonial Red. That was my colorway back then.
Everybody says Summer Squash. Yes.
Yeah. But I was rocking a lot of Summer Squash, pale yellow even, but mostly Summer Squash. And I think I got that from like Peak or somebody, the Summer Squash and Colonial Red. I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, so I was going hard with those colors.
Nice. Well, so it was Rusto was your favorite paint?
Yeah, Rusto, American Accents at the time. But at first I didn't know what I was using. Krylons, and I don't know. I'm doing like Krylons on Rusto fill-ins, like Krylon outlines. I didn't know at first. I really didn't have anybody. When I first started writing, I really didn't have anybody school me. It was more like I was more self-taught with everything.
Word, same shit with me. Nobody was guiding me really until like a little later and shit.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, word. So who was your main inspiration then, if you ever had any inspiration?
Like I said, Fib, yo, that dude was a big inspiration. TK, Trap, all those dudes. There's so many more, even like Tyke and Chino and even JA. There's a lot. I've seen stuff early on. Early 80s I was seeing, early to mid 80s. Because, I started junior high school in 86. And I was already writing by then. I was writing before then, but, not, just scribbling. I remember the first, I was probably like 11, 12 years old. I got brought home for writing on the pole in the corner by the cops. My poor mother was going to deal with,
All right, so now you get older, you hitting these spots. Did your pops ever see you up?
Yeah,
Did he know?
Definitely. Then he was like, oh, now I knew what he was writing down all those years.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. My
So,
pop was the man too. He was a sick guy. He was a good dude, but he was definitely a stand-up guy, my dad.
that's what's up. So he knew shit like Ramo's parents from Beach Street. Word. So those were the best fucking times, my nigga. Back in those days, bro. Just first, because I wanted to ride on train because I used to go on train everywhere. I didn't have a car. And we used to get on the train everywhere. Wherever we go, Coney Island, the beach, the pool, everywhere on the fucking train. So I wanted to ride on trains because I was in the cold and shit. I used to be playing niggas up and shit. I like Ghost and Roaches and niggas like that. And then by the time I was old enough to do it, the chains was gone. So the first shit I wrote on was fucking like train tunnels was the next best thing, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, train tunnels like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I saw fucking Beat Street and that was it. I saw Beat Street and I was like, oh man, I want to do that. But I never got to do it much. That's the fucked up part.
Yeah, but like once I seen my uncle, you know, going back to my uncle, I heard of Star Wars, but I had never seen it. So my uncle's, you know, he's like, yo, I was in this movie, Star Wars. I was like, what? I was like, my boy has it. I literally ran to my boy Emmy's house, grabbed it, came home, and my uncle schooled me on everything. And it was like a copy of Channel 13. So it wasn't the clearest thing, you know? But he was schooling me. BYB, this crew, that crew, this guy, that guy. Like, my uncle really schooled me. And this is probably didn't see Star Wars till like 89. 88, 89 probably. But my uncle schooled me, like, you know, because, like I said, he was in it, you know? He grew up underneath Scene's crew, so.
And that's your same uncle that gave you AA, right?
Uncle that gave me AA. Like I said, it's like pretty much a direct influence from UA. United Artists, Associated Artists, so.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So it's Destin. Yo, so in Brooklyn, you know what I'm saying? Just in Graffiti, you one of them niggas and shit that I'm proud to say that you represent the Brooklyn. We claim you, you know what I'm saying? You rep that shit good, you know what I'm saying? We salute that.
Thank you.
Look at your boy, salute TK right there. He's one of them, you see, big TK. You know what I'm saying? TNR, salute my brother.
Nice, TK, what up?
You know what I'm saying? We was talking about niggas like that from Brooklyn. So, you know, you made your mark and you held that shit down, bro.
Definitely a big influence. Definitely.
And shit, but yo, Big Moody Mutts, bro, we fucking salute you, bro. Do you have any, like, last things to say before we get off this? Anything you want to say to the fans? Anything?
Well, you know, I thank you for all the respect and support that I've gotten from everybody over the years. You know, I'm always a humble guy, you know, stand-up guy. You know, I appreciate everybody that, you know, showed love to me. And, you know, keep it up, you know, keep it going. It's never going to die, but keep it going.
And plus they could get, everybody could get merch off of you.
Yeah,
all of that, right?
I got a little merch now, but I'm about to make up a whole, you know, get my site back up. And, because I was killing the game years ago with the merch, you know. I was doing it, you know, pretty much when everybody started doing it, you know. Now everybody, you know, they're writing for a week. They're making pins and shirts. You know, I didn't make my first shirt until I was writing for over 20 years, you know.
That's a fact. Me too.
But,
that's a fact.
But yeah, you know, I sold a lot of shirts. I'll tell you that. A lot of merch.
Yo, the logo of the AA that looks like the Atari symbol.
Yeah.
Fire, nigga. And that shit is super recognizable.
Yeah. But I like to give some shout outs. I got a list of people I like to shout out. It's a pretty long list though.
Yes, sir.
You know, first of all, my mom, you know, my dad, rest in peace. My kids, my girl, my uncle, that, you know, the real AA prez, the original AA prez. My brothers, you know, my vice pres, Trust, y'all, Fade, CT, GNS, Snow, TR, Rush, Curse ACC, VE, ARTDF, Take BS. My brother GT1, my cousin, son, KSW, WKS. My boy Ben 7 Up, AA, Baby 168, CF, RY. Some rest in peace. A1s, Site DFB, Bomb 5, Still TSB, Jen, Crook, you know, Crooklyn, Rebel NSA, Dover. My boy Shark from Morris Park, PS4, Blizz, Just WF, Type TFO, DMKED, Glue 2DX, Assist. The whole GAC crew, they always show me love and respect, especially Detour and Day, they always show me mad respect. 2SA, DS, Days 429, my boy Matt Siren, Cash 4, Smells, Popo TPF. So, you know,
Papa.
yeah, I just wanted to shout out, you know. So I wrote it all down, and especially Woodward Gallery for always supporting me and, you know, my art and, you know, doing the right thing by me. So,
And you're gonna be coming up on some new shows and all of that shit, and you're gonna keep the fans in tune and all that, right, boy?
yeah, you know, I haven't, you know, I'm trying to do more big shows, you know, more. Gonna start doing more big work again.
All right, bro. So we salute you, man. Thank you for coming on, bro. Big Moody Mutts. We look forward to what the future has in store for you, bro. And we salute you, bro.
Thank you.
All right, but you have to X yourself
No
out on the
doubt.
top.
Thank you, everybody who tuned in, and I don't know. I'll see you out there. Peace. How do I?
Big Moody Mutts. Grab champs, baby. Grab champs. That was Big Moody Mutts, the general of AA mob. You heard? That nigga had a mad crazy story, right? His uncle was a big influence. Gave him AA and all that shit. I see you, DJ ES, Steve O. You heard? Salute everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Salute TK, man. I see you, my brother. You heard? That was Graph Champs episode, I think, what was that? 5 or 6? 5? Episode 5. This is season 3. Yo, salute Crow. I see you. Salute Big Sue. I see you. 79th Power. I see you. Sack. I see you. My bad. Yo, we got the shows lined up. Salute to everybody that tuned in. I'm your host, SR, the vertical, squirticle, all over your girls, Bizak. That was Graph Champs, you heard? 1. Big